Anybody else want to talk about the manga read-throughs or dubbing
You
of the
pretty
manga?
much covered it all.
I'm sorry, I keep rambling.
I
I
like
want
reading
to ramble.
throughs,
I
they're
want to
fun.
ramble.
What'd you say, Hinata?
I like read throughs, they're fun.
Yeah, I mean, we do have a lot of good times, and sometimes we carry on too far, and it gets really
Yeah,
annoying.
and I
But
get annoyed and leave.
right. Well, you've only done it like I think maybe twice, and that's because it was really out of hand. But I mean, usually we're falling over laughing at some of the outtakes, and oh my God, Naruto has hands down the best outtakes out of anybody on the show. Like her outtakes are priceless, and we love them. And I think around the time that MomoCon hits, if I've got the money, I'll be burning off some more CDs of outtakes to sell at cons. Because people, when they go to cons, they actually do have money, and we can sell DVDs. Though I'm going to talk to Jess and see if we can sell CDs of our outtakes if we're allowed to do that at like our panel and stuff.
I buy them. I buy them. I totally buy them.
There we go. We do have our first outtake album online on iTunes, Zune, Amazon MP3, all those wonderful places that you purchase your MP3 media. So if you want to check those out, there you go. Just type in Konoha Corner and look for the one that says Konoha Corner Spicy. It's the black background with Gaara's iPod logo on it and the word spicy set on fire. Those are our outtakes. It's 10 tracks, and it's about, God, I think it's about an hour and 20 minutes worth of outtakes. It's a lot of outtakes. There's a lot on there. It's crazy. We have fun with it. There's a lot of really good outtakes, and to kind of promote that, our new openings feature outtakes in them. So I think our funniest one so far is I'm still loving the one with Doctor on it, where Naruto's, I will poop on you, Doctor, but I love you. The Doctor turns around and goes, "Oh shit! Suddenly this bitch has fucking fangs." We were dying because I mean, Doctor has a great sense of humor when he comes on, and it is just hilarious. We love that. Um, he's usually got this random great sense of humor. Like he'll stay quiet and then he'll just say something, and we're like, "Oh my God, so funny." I think the first time I really realized that Doctor has such a great sense of humor, we just randomly went on talking about incest, and he just came on and was like, "Incest in the morning, 97.1." I'm like, "Oh my God." It was so funny because his outfits are very memorable. Like his little jokes are very memorable. I love hearing them. And I unfortunately have to hear them twice through the editing process, sometimes 5 times because of the editing process. So
And you just can't stop laughing, can you?
I'll be the first person to admit that once the show is posted online, I do not listen to it at all. And that's because I've already listened to it 5 or 6 times. So it's not that I don't want to hear.
Apparently,
Hmm? What were you gonna
apparently
say?
I'm John from. Apparently, I'm John from Chainsaw Buffet's bitch.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. Because I'm his secretary
Actually,
or
the
whatever.
same as
I'm
me.
his second woman. He said to tell his wife that. It was really funny. So I remember that.
Oh, okay.
Makes it the same as me because I'm Gaara's bitch. So
Well, fun stuff there then.
not gonna go into what he tells me to do.
Oh, edit this, edit
It's kinky.
that.
That's all.
I'm kinky. That's totally it. Yeah. Any other questions that you had about either of the shows?
Just how do you record them?
Oh, well, we went through Skype MP3 originally, and now we use Pam. We have we paid for a pro version of Pamela, though sometimes it can be really derpy. It decides when it's going to work and when it's not. But I've still got Skype MP3 as a backup, and several other members of the podcast have Pamela Pro as well, just in case. But the biggest issue is that generally when you're recording, as the host of the call and as the host of the show, you want to be the person recording so that you make sure that your background track is different from everybody else's, so that when people are trying to talk over you, it doesn't cut your voice out and you can still be heard. If you're running the show, you want to make sure that your voice track is separate from everybody else's, and that's really the biggest issue that I have with that. And that's the reason why, even though other people like Psy, and I appreciate that they want to help me out and record it for me, but that's usually why I'm like, no, let me see if I can fix it. And that's because of how the quality of the sound for the call goes. Like, I'll sound a lot worse if I'm in everybody else's background track. But microphone issues are a big deal too. Headsets, internal webcams, regular webcams, they sound really bad. So
sometimes with headset mics, you get a little bit of a on the end. When
right. You can hear people breathing
words.
sometimes through headsets, so that can be a little difficult to work with. And the sound quality is just so different. But again, we don't have the kind of money to get everybody a decent mic. And if we did, that would be awesome. But
we'd all be working off snowballs.
Right, we'd all be working off snowballs, and everybody would sound amazing, and that would be so kick-ass. As of this moment, I think we've got 6 people on the crew that actually have like a decent professional sounding mic. Orochimaru, Jiraiya, Sasori, Pain, Sai, and myself all have professional mics. And slowly but surely, we're trying to get everybody else a better mic.
I have a good mic.
You have a headset, honey.
Yeah, but it's a good mic usually.
You think it sounds that way until you get to the recording when you're editing, and you're like, why is her voice so low? It wasn't that low when we were recording. And so trust me, it's when you get to the editing, you don't realize stuff sometimes, and then when you get to editing, you're like, what the hell happened? Yeah, there's a lot of that goes on there. I remember when one of the times that Sai was talking, he was like, why is Sasuke so low? And it's because of not just it's because the mic picks up everything. Some mics don't know how to filter out background noise. So Sasuke sounds so low and in the background because her mic is picking up a lot of background noise. And in order for Audacity to compensate for that, it lowers her voice so you don't hear background noise always in the back. So it's just anytime you raise the volume on her voice, you'll get that little hum in the background and stuff going on.
The technical term for that's called ducking.
Yeah, ducking. But that's why you get that auto duck. Yeah.
Well,
the other thing is that most people, they're not able to record in an environment that's suitable. Like, I'm in my closet. That way I'm out of the way of most of the outside noise and stuff. Because you'll get police sirens, fire trucks going by, trains. Yeah. There's a point where I'm just like, we're sitting there recording the manga, and I'm just like, there's a train going by, and I'm like, I edited it out, of course, but I'm like, and when this train goes by, I'll stop being mad. Or I'll just be like, shut up, train, no one cares!
I'm sorry for that vibrating, I have no idea where that came from.
Huh?
My phone just went out there. Didn't know if it was picked up or not.
And it's just stuff like that sometimes that really will go through. So sound quality, very, very important when podcasting. And you want to make sure that you're in a suitable environment. I mean, even if you have to set your whole studio and stuff up in your closet, it's still a good idea to do that. So that's why I did. I was like, closet, yay. So, and the acoustics sound a lot better in my closet than they do out in a big open room. Even though I was closing all the doors in my room, it was still a lot of space, and now I'm sure I sound a lot better. I definitely sound a lot better in Audacity now when I record direct in Audacity.
What is Ganbare?
Ganbare is a fundraiser that we're doing that is something that we built off of from Anime Fans Get Back to Japan. It's a group of about 11 different podcast groups, including all the ones that are associated with Konoha Corner, talking about the Ass Backwards Anime Podcast, Just a Gintama Podcast, the One Podcast Prevails, Chainsaw Buffet, Blue Extracast, Fairy Tale Podcast, Konoha Corner, Kubo Cast, Fan Vibe Podcast, and the Hunter x Hunter Podcast. It's a lot of different podcast groups getting together. Anyway,
There's a Hunter x Hunter podcast?
Yes, there is. It's run by Foxy, who is from the Ass Backwards Anime Podcast. Anyway, But the whole thing is that we're trying to raise money for the victims of last year's earthquake and tsunami that occurred on March 11th, and we're doing a 2-day online kind of convention, more or less. It's a free convention. We just ask that you donate to the cause. Right now, we don't have a charity organization set up. We're trying to talk with different groups like We Heart Japan, find out how they go through doing their organization, how what charity they go through, seeing if we can work through them to make sure that all of our donations are going to the right place. But we've got a lot of people that are talking with us about it. Lots of different conventions like Anime Expo, Otakon, New York Comic Con, and lots of other little conventions like MTech, Ichiban, Colossal Con, Anime Week in Atlanta. We're going to be working, hopefully, with all the. We're going to be throwing out stuff to hopefully the Scanlation sites and Anime News Network to kind of spread the word about that. We've got a lot of guests that are wanting to sign on for this event, and while we do have a lot of contact in the anime world, we don't want to make it like specifically anime. We want to work with other podcasts and groups that promote Japanese culture, like the Japanese English Teaching Program, or JET for short. We want to work with japancast.net, which teaches about Japanese culture, and they do a free online video and audio podcast that teaches you how to speak Japanese, so you get to learn the Japanese language. It's just really, really a lot of different groups of us trying to get together to help out the victims that are still affected by the tragedy that happened last year. And we want to show our support for the country that creates all the things that we know and love. We had kind of this statement because it was anime fans giving back to Japan, but with Ganbare, it's basically the word Ganbare means do your best. So we're saying do your best for Japan. And if you'd like to check that out or follow us, our Facebook page is facebook.com/Ganbare fundraiser. You can also find us at our website, Ganbare for Japan. And Ganbare is actually spelled Ganbare. That's how you spell Ganbare. You can also find us on Twitter at GanbareCast. You can email us if you'd like to help us out and participate. GanbareFundraiser@gmail.com. And we look forward to having people join up with this cause. And it's going to be streamed live over Ustream and done through Skype. And sometime after that, we'll be posting the video up on YouTube and the audio up on Audacity. So we'll have all of that set and ready to go. And we're looking forward to a really, really wonderful time. And it's going to be 2 days long. It'll start on Saturday the 10th at 9 a.m. Eastern Time and run to about 3 in the morning Eastern Time, so that everybody on the West Coast, it'll be about midnight when that ends. And then we start back up again at 9 a.m. Eastern Time on the 11th and run to 3 in the morning on Monday the 12th. And that's more or less how we're going to go.